Okay guys, I was supposed to wear a dress with it, but let me just say I'm too lazy. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn off notification button to see more of my video guys. Everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to VicTeeFashionHub program. Just do it Victoria. Yay! You're welcome. If you're new here, you're welcome, and returning subscriber. You know I love you guys so much. So, and if you're watching this, you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I don't know what you are waiting for. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn off, and make sure you turn off notification button to see more of my video anytime I upload it. So let's just get right to today's video. You guys, what I want to make now, and this is a beautiful, lovely Ankara pieces. I love it. Like, it's giving me the Igbo vibe Ankara. So this is what the client want to use it for. Let me show you guys. So she wants to make this. You can see she wants to make this this short, beautiful jumpsuit. So let's just get right to it. So these are the materials we need for this fabric. We need for this dress. We need this Ankara, scissors, chalk, the measurement book, and ruler. Yeah. Alright, yeah. The measurement you need for this jumpsuit is the length of the person, and you're going to be seeing this because this is where I wrote the measurement. So sorry. This is where I wrote the person measurement book. So you're going to be seeing this throughout this video, or you may not after this video. So this is the length. You need the person length, you need the person half length, you need the person crotch line, you need the person bust, no, waist, and the length of the under the crotch line, and the lap, the measurement of the lap. So let's just get right to it. So be half length is 17, and a full, the where she wants the jumpsuit should be is 37. Yeah, 37. So half length is 17 minus 37, that will give us 21 inches. So we are going to measure the 21 inches and add 2 inches for the allowance to it. And this dress is going to have a lining, so 21 inches. And from the 21 inches, there's going to be a band. Let me show you guys the outfit. So there's a band. As you can see, there's a band in this place. So there's a band. So that band, we are going to use it for 2 inches. So 2 inches minus 23, that is 21 back. So we are going to be using 21 now. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So you measure 21 inches. You just, for understanding, you just put the 2 inches up here. You see, you just put the 2 inches for the band up here. You put the 2 inches, so you make you, anytime you are doing the measurement, you are going to see how I'm going to do it. Let me use, I already straighten it with my hand. You know, I told you, yeah, I love doing this thing with my hand, but if you have ruler, you can use it. Alright guys, after the straight line, so as you can see, let me show you here. You know, there's band here. So I told you guys that we're going to use the band for 2 inches. So these 2 inches, you'll be putting the tape rule up of the line. The 2 inches will be up like this. So the next measurement that we're going to be doing is the crotch line measurement, and this person one is 14. So from that 14 inches, we're going up by 2 inches for the hip line, or you can go up by 3 inches. You can go up by 3 inches or 4, or 3 or 2 inches, sorry. or you can just measure your clients from our waist to our hip. So I'm sorry guys, I used 11 for my waist to our hip, so this middle one is not there anymore. So that's it. So the next measurement now is, you know, this side, you go in by 1 inch. You go in by 1 inch. I don't know if you guys can see this chalk. You go in by 1 inch and you now cuff it like this to the hip side. So this down part, the new part, you go in by 1.5 inch. So this new this space, let me drag it out. This space, you go in by 1.5 inch. Yeah. So after going in by 1.5 inch, we now draw it like this. You could see that it's already giving us the hip, vibe. You could see the hip and all of that. So that's the excess of this. But if you don't love it, maybe you want to put elastic on top of this thing, you don't have to do this one, because so yeah. The next measurement now is the waist measurement. You measure the person's waist and divide it by 4, and yeah. So you measure the person's waist and divide it by 4. Our waist is 45 divided by 4, and that is 11 inches with dot of 2. So now I'm going to put the allowance later. So that's just, and our hip is 52 divided by 4, and that is 13 inches. So you measure the 13 inches here. So for the crotch line, you are going to divide it by 2. You measure the person crotch line and divide by 2. So our crotch, as in you measure the person lap and divide it by 2. The waist you divide it by 4, the hip you divide it by 4, but the lap you divide it by 2. So our lap is 33 divided by 2. So let me divide it. 16.5. So 16.5. So for the nail part, I want to use, I'm thinking of using, because it's not that free in the nail side. So I'm thinking of using 30 inches, and that is 30 inches divided by 2, and that is 15. Will be okay for the nail. So let's add the allowance to it. So for the allowance, I'm going to be adding 2 inches to the waist. I hope you guys can understand. 2 inches to the waist, and the hip 2 inches, and this crotch line I will add 1.5 inches, and the nail line and the allowance the nail line and the allowance, I'll be adding 1 inches to it. Yeah, 1 inches. So let me draw it with my straight ruler. Okay, I already draw out the crotch line. This is the crotch line, and here comes the everything I've done. So now I'm going to be cutting this out and use this to cut out the front parts. So let me just cut it. Just use this to cut out let me use it to arrange. Alright guys, I already placed the front with the back. So the only changes from the front to the back is from this hip side, we come out with 1 inch or ½ inch. You come out with 1 inch and merge it together with the front part, like just the way I did it, so like you could see it. Merge it together. But if you, and for this up part, you go up by 1½ inch or 1 inch or 1/4 inch. For here, I'm going to go up by 1½ inch. So to see there, and the person actually has a bit hip, so to sit well on her hip, so it will not come down. So you cannot go up by, you can go up by 1 inch. So trust me, you can go up by 1 inch. So yeah, the next thing that we are going to be adding the allowance to this front. So for the waist of the back, you add 2 inches extra. So just the way I'm doing it, let me show you again. 2 inches extra to the waist, 2 inches extra to the hip, 2 inches extra to the hip, and 2 inches extra to the crotch line. 2 inches. So you just add, basically you add 2 inches all around to the, yeah. And for this one, you add 1½ inch for the knee line. You add 1½ inch. So that's all. So I'm trying to draw this thing well, so it will know. Yeah. So that's all for, and I hope this thing is simple for you to learn. So let me just cut out this front, this back. Alright guys, I'm done cutting the back and the front, as you can see. So the 1 inches that I did open here is for the dart for the back, you know, it will sit well. You get that? So that's the reason why I put 1 inches out there for the dart, and this front too is gonna have a dart. And I forgot to tell you guys, from this front we are going to go down by 1 inch, like you could see, 1 inch down, or you can use ½ inch, but I want to go down by 1 inch. You could use ½ inch and you draw it like this, just the way I'm doing it, and you cut it out so it will sit well in the front. So you can actually use 1½ if 1½ is okay by you. If 1 inch is okay by you, you just measure the 1 inches or 1½ or ½ inch from here to here and connect it to the end side. So just the way I'm doing it after, so you cut it out. So just for, and let's take it down. So for the next one, we are going to be cutting out the band. Alright guys, I've already cut out the straight, and that's going to straight pinafore, like the straight line that is on top. So I already cut it out. So I fold it into 2, just like this, and I measure 3 inches down. This is too long, but I'm still going to cut the sides out. So the long length I want to use is 40 inches. How I measure it, you know, the half length of the person is 17 inches, 17 by 2, and that is 34. So I added 6 inches to it, 40 inches. So even if she wants to adjust it, so she will be able to adjust it. So yeah, That's it. So it meant the sewing. So the first thing that we're going to do, so for the band, how I want to cut out the band is like this. So I'm going to use lining. So I want it to be more neat and beautiful. So I'm going to be using this fabric to cut out the lining. So first of all, when I cut out the lining, then I'll tell you guys how I want to cut out the band. But let me use now to explain how I want to cut out the band. So I'm going to measure this. I'm going to do the darts of the back. So when I do the darts finish, I'll just put the side like this. I'll put it on top fabric, then I'll draw the shape out, then I'll draw the measurement of the measurement of the band I want to use. You can use that method, or you just draw a straight line for the band. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I'll be back when I cut. Alright guys, I've cut out the lining for the pinafore dress. So I cut out the lining. Yeah, so this is the front part and this is the back. So I'm going to be joining the lining and the fabric together, using the lining to turn in the I'm going to be using the lining to turn the dress in and join this place. I'm going to join the crotch line together. So after that, I'm going to join the what's this to call it, this one. So I'll sew it down to the other side. I'll sew this place and I'll turn it out. Then before I sew this place, I'll put the sewing in the middle, just like this. I'll put it in the middle and I'll join this place. I'll sew it down. Then I'm going to put pockets to it. This one too. This dress has pocket. I've not cut out the pocket side, so it has pocket. And I'm going to join the band to it. I don't want this video to be too much, so I'll just use mouth to explain all the sewing part. So I'll use mouth to explain. This is just, the sewing is very simple. So I'm going to use this lining to turn in the fabric one, then I'll join this one, and I'm going to join this and put this with the band and the trouser together, and finish. We're done. So let me just go and do it and I'll show you guys what I'm trying to say. So let's go there. I'll be back. So the next video will be that this dress is on my mannequin, or is on, I'll still make a video when I'm done. I don't know yet, but if there's not another video, I'll put this dress on mannequin or my client, and I'm going to, I think I should put it on. Love you guys. Okay guys, all right guys, so I was supposed to wear a dress inside, but I was well, let me just say I'm so lazy. So you can see the ass gone. This is it, this is it, this is it. So this is it, this is it. So this is how it's going to look. You just wear a shirt inside, so just wear and style it anyhow you want. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn off notification button. You'll see me on my next video. Bye guys, see you all in my next video.